Okay, hey, hi there. How's it going? Last time we did, well, Zelda. That's what we're doing. Look at this. It's the game. This is the game. Last time we did Snow Peak Ruins, which was in fact not a temple or a dungeon. It was just a giant mansion slash castle in the middle of the snowy tundra that is Snow Peak. Snowy tundra that is just drops off into the abyss. Nintendo really likes to do this. There became a certain point where Nintendo didn't want to do like full worlds anymore, and all the worlds just sort of became like broken floating platforms that are just hovering over the abyss for eternity. Honestly, this looks like what the world would have looked like in that Wind Waker lore opener, when it shows Ganon rising out of the ground with all of his minions and stuff. That's what I feel like this is what the world would have looked like right after that. Because it's not just here, right? Like, these are mountains, I suppose, and I suppose maybe like there are valleys and like ground somewhere down there. But it just looks like an empty abyss, which is weird. Granted, I suppose we are on the edge of the world. That's what this was referred to as. Was like we were told to go to the desert at the end of the world, right? We don't know what's past this point. I don't know if these ripples are supposed to represent water or plains or just empty nothingness. But yeah, after these mountains that are surrounding the entirety of Hyrule, I guess is just nothing. It's kind of like how in medieval times, or medieval / ancient times, how they didn't really circumnavigate the world yet. They didn't really travel around the whole world yet. So they just sort of assumed, like, yeah, past our little island here is just sea monsters and death. It's like, oh yeah, cool. That's great. Yeah, so but Nintendo just overall really started moving more towards this kind of level design. Like, oh, here anything that interesting is on a floating platform, and then beyond that point is empty nothingness. And they've done this all the way up to like Mario Odyssey, right? Super Mario Galaxy is like a bunch of small chunks of interest points floating in the middle of space, right? Now they use the space motif in order to accomplish that and have that make more sense contextually, but that's really all it is. It's just a way for them to make very segmented, broken up levels that can just sort of float on a background. It's basically Super Mario Galaxy is basically if they made an entire game in the style of Super Mario Sunshine's No Flood levels. That's basically what it is. I'm glad that, and then obviously if I'm going from this game and Skyward Sword is like, when you're on the ground, it's a series of hallways, and then we're gonna be warping to the top point up here, because there is a cave that we're gonna be entering in order to get some goodies, now that we have the ball and chain. Really great looking environment though, especially at sunset. I like how the blizzard sort of dips out. But yeah, and Skyward Sword is like, Skyward Sword is like, and then the sky bit is like just floating, very small floating islands, which is a real shame when they said, hey, we're gonna make a game that way you get to fly in the sky and there's a whole area in the sky and an area on the ground. It's like, oh, that's really cool. I can't wait to explore the sky, and then there's like nothing to explore in the sky. Very strange. Oh, you don't say. We're getting a little craftier with these last handful of post souls, putting them in dungeons, hiding them in like suits of armor and stuff. I'm glad with Breath of the Wild they went back and made a whole world. Now granted, but then even then they kind of Odyssey'd it, where it's a huge, massive, like chunk of land, but if you go to the different edges of it, it becomes like sheer drops, like sheer cliffs, like drops. Oh, that's just. Well, that was a waste of 100 doubloons. Oh well. Okay. Where to now? Where to now? Oh, okay. We'll go into Northern Hyrule. So let's do it. But yeah, and Odyssey is a lot the same way. I really like that they went back to having more like giant levels to explore around in Odyssey. For the most part, there was still a lot of them are still kind of very like broken up, segmented, covered in like once the food place is covered in lava. Looking for. I think they summoned a Epona. The food place is covered in like lava essentially, so it's very broken up that way. It's kind of like Lethal Lava Land in 64, which makes it feel a little bit better. And then the swamp is kind of the same deal, where it's like, yeah, it's a big environment, but a lot of it's broken up into smaller chunks that you have to navigate from one to another. But it's kind of, but then, you know, even a place like the desert or the forest, it's like, well, yeah, if you look at in any one direction, if you travel all the way to any one side of it, it's all just broken up space, you know? And I think that's kind of a shame. Okay, one moment. What are we doing? Oh, hold on. I think we're going this way. We're looking for a cave entrance that we're going to be able to get into. It's like blocking a wall. We might have been here before. Oh, here we go. Presumably this is it. Whoa. Well, there's an odd assortment, guys. Don't stab Epona. Oh gosh. Sorry, Epona. Oh. Little bug guy. Yeah, I'm hoping. And then, well, obviously, Tears of the Kingdom is gonna have a lot of like broken up floating islands too. But I mean, it's gonna be with the same full map though. So hopefully, the sky ends up feeling very extensive, very, very full, or very, very filled out. Like there's a lot to explore up there, unlike in Skyward Sword. My fear would be that the sky is actually only a small part of the game. Little icy biome. This is actually like, it has some man-made structures with like flags with the alien crest on them. Some old leftover weapons and stuff. Maybe this used to be a storage place. It's right outside of Hyrule, or Castletown. So maybe. Either way, though, we have Another sliding block puzzle, although this one... I'm feeling like this one's gonna be... easier? Could be wrong. No, this one's essentially like the one that we did. It's a 3 block and you need to like stack them up to get them in the center, right? This one seems, yeah, this one's incredibly easy. Watch this. I have like 2 more moves and I'm done. Weird that they would give us such an easy one. Well, not even that they would give us such an easy one. It's essentially just the same one that we did in the dungeon. Oh, okay. I spoke too soon. They were starting us off easy. That's what's going on here. Okay. Right. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, that... I heard the gate opening, I was like, that's not already it, is it? Okay, so that one should stay there. Oh, okay. I know what to do. Push this out there for a moment. Okay, got one of them. But I reset the first one. Now how do I get that back? Yeah, I pushed this one out, back out without considering that I could just... In my brain, I was like, and then I'll just push it right back. But it's like, not exactly. Yeah, anyways, all that to say that I hope Nintendo shifts back into having just full, whole environments. I really like Super Mario Sunshine. I've mentioned this before. I really like Super Mario Sunshine's levels. They feel very full. They feel like they make sense. They feel like they're actual locations, you know, instead of just chunks of land to form a level out of. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Well, yeah. I think if I keep pushing these ones around in a circle, I think I get there. Oh yeah, I totally figured this out. But it's like I'm splitting my brain in half. One half's trying to make progress in a puzzle. The other half's trying to formulate whole thoughts. But we get there. Yeah, I don't know, at least with this game in particular, it feels like, okay, same deal except more space. Which means it's not the same deal. Which means it's a different deal. Or it is just the same exact general process. Well, you know, I suppose it depends on on this. I do think that I do like this game's world, this game's map. It does feel like there's more of a reason. It feels like there's maybe like the developers had a narrative reason why why the why Hyrule Field is so broken up into these giant jagged chunks, and why there's so many like pits to blink nothingness everywhere. I don't really know. It's kind of strange. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. And then I just push this one around twice. Huh. Yeah, this one was basically the same as the first one, which is basically the same as the the one in Snow Peak Ruins. There we go. Not bad. I do like this little place, though. This kind of reminds me about wandering around some of the underground places in Ocarina of Time. Specifically, like, kind of reminds me of Beneath the Well. Has that kind of vibe to it. Okay, well, that was a hard piece. Now we're gonna make our way out to the next place. I'll see you when we get there. I really wonder what this place was. Maybe it's like a little burial ground. Maybe a tomb? Who knows? Okay, we're actually going to teleport here, because in order to get the next hard piece, we need to have a run-in with a familiar guy. We didn't see him over anywhere in Snow Peak, did we? Although, we're going to find out that he was there at some point. Greetings, Mr. Link. I've come to deliver a letter. There's a letter for you. Link, 2 letters, in fact. Oh. Well, my business is concluded. Onward to mail. So let's check these out. I do like receiving letters again in a in a game. It is nice. What do we got? Agatha's dream. Agatha had a dream last night. Butterflies surrounded Agatha and lifted her up to the sky. As she waved to the people below in Castletown, she could see so many people, some waving back, others staring wide-eyed. Agatha flew in a big circle above Hyrule Field, and the butterflies formed into a bed beneath her and said, "Let's play again." Soon they faded away and she woke up in her own bed. Oh, Agatha wants so badly to fly in the sky. Not till next game, Agatha. No flying. Oh, from wife of Yeto. Oh, Yetta. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, you have a name? I feel bad. You paid me a visit, and I not much help. I feel better now. Husband and I sled lots now. Very much fun. Link, you join us at Snow Peak sometime. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad there's no hard feelings. Because I don't know if you noticed. Contextually speaking, as far as what was conveyed in the gameplay of that fight with Yetta, there was no hesitation. Technically speaking, from considering that you are locked in that room and you have to fight her, there is not much hesitation from Link to freaking swing a ball and chain right at her head. Now, granted, all we really did was break up the ice a bunch, right? Which was surrounding her and it seemed to be possessing her, so that's all good and dandy, but needless to say, it's whether it's somebody we don't know or somebody we do know, it seems like maybe Link and Midna are out to get this job done no matter what. You normally don't have to fight people that you know. Well, not even normally don't have to fight. You like never have to fight people that you know. So it's kind of wild. Hey, Telma, how's you doing? Oh, same thing. Hey, honey, if you're up in the air about where to go next, maybe you ought to go talk to Russell. He's in Hyrule's southern wood right now, checking out the lay of the land. If you need detailed directions, just take a peek at the map on the table. Oh, so Russell's out this time. Oh, not this time. You quite sure? I don't mind. Really? No, you can't. We can't talk about Sky people every single time. Link, huh? Beast of Snow Peak hasn't appeared in Zora's domain since its last visit. In the end, the troubles in Hyrule and the events at Snow Peak were beyond even my imagination. Honestly, there's got to be someone who knows what really happened. What? Wait, so is Link? So I guess Link just doesn't tell these people? There's no like fade to black. Link explains exactly what's going on. Link, you truly are a mysterious guy. No matter where some kind of incident occurs, your name always seems to come up. Hey, don't misunderstand me. I meant that as a compliment, yeah? As a fellow worker in the fight to restore peace to Hyrule, you have my thanks. May we both keep up the good work. Well, I couldn't have done it without you, that's for sure. Did you see the sad state of Hyrule Castle? It's the urgent desire of this group and of ours to restore peace to the kingdom as swiftly as possible. Link, please continue to lend us your strength. I'll try. Can you tell me where Russell is? One of the sacred grove that Russell mentioned is near this mark. Well that's interesting because they probably haven't even been to the sacred grove. Russell knows that there is a sacred grove and that it's probably important. You know, here's the thing, Russell's not a dumb guy. Not that they're dumb, but Russell's a pretty observant. That's more like it. Russell's a pretty observant guy. He for sure knows that every time something somewhere changes, it's because of Link. Now, granted, we get more credit than maybe any other Link in the series so far. We've been getting more credit for the things that we've been doing. From a select few people. The general populace doesn't really know our name, but we have met people in every single place we've gone, and they have been telling our tale. Obviously, if Ashay, from what Ashay says, you can piece together that even people maybe we don't know by name have started to hear our name and are talking about us. Again, I like the. Link in this game really has the wandering stranger sort of vibe to him. Which I mean, Link is that's what Link always is, but it feels more more poignant, or more prevalent in this game. That Link is like this basically is becoming like a folk hero. You know, he's like a legend. Which is cool, you know, really ties back into that sort of like Western vibe that this game gives off sometimes. For now though, now that we got those 2 letters, we know where else we need to go. There's one more heart piece to get. We gotta go back up to Snow Peak to get it. Which I would have never thought that we would have to do this, but it would make sense that we wouldn't have seen the last of our friends up here. Oh, they're both up here. Long time since we meet, huh? Not really. It's been like half a day. Why, feeling better, huh? Nice weather for sleds? You try, huh? I don't know if I'm, I don't know if that's supposed to be like a little bit on the, I don't know, like what region? Like they're well, obviously, I mean, like the broken English part, that's just because they're like Yeti people, presumably. But the, like adding the, like the A, it feels like maybe a little bit Canadian. But I feel like I keep slipping into something else. I ate like a little bit of forget about it, kind of a twist on it on accident, just from saying it over and over. I'm like, eh? Hey, you want to waste my home, huh? So yeah, now it's basically a time trial. And I'm pretty sure he'll freaking kick your butt if he touches you. I'm pretty sure he just like slugs you. Be careful about that. Well, at least we can track him on the map though. Basically, the aim here is to just not don't hit anything. Don't fall off. Ooh, the music here is really fun though. Okay. I don't wanna jinx myself. But maybe we first try this? Well, we got ahead of him really fast. I definitely thought it'd be harder. Oh, nice. Hey, Yetta. Yetta, do you... Is this rude to ask? Do you have arms under there somewhere? You be Yetto. You good, huh? Hey, you good, huh? You were the sledder. You want a rematch? You go back to the top of the mountain. Nice. Here, best time of Link, 124. You try to break record, huh? It's a good time. I love sled. I race anytime. Oh, you gonna try to race me now? Is she faster? That's nice. We made Yeti friends. That's. Oh, look at them look longingly into each other's eyes. They're. Oh. Oh, she just did a little bounce. They're so freaking in love. It hurts. They're great characters. They're pretty. You know, you don't get to know them for very well. Granted, what else do you need to know? They're Yetis. They live on a mountain. They eat fish and make soup, and they're in love with each other. What else is there to know, really? I suppose. So I assume you have to do this again, but maybe you race Yetta this time. You beat husband, huh? You good? You race me, huh? Oh, look at her. I mean, without, like... Maybe she has, like, perfect balance. Oh, no, she's a penguin. Oh, it all makes sense. This is good. This is a good little side objective. Whoa. Did she just get hit by something? This definitely isn't as bad as the, Oi! Oh wait, there's a shortcut up there, huh? Oh, she's absolutely gonna beat me. Do you like have to do that shortcut? Oh, it seems like maybe you do. Maybe not. Maybe I can catch up. No. Oh, crud. Go, Link. Go. You should have just ran there, Link. Okay, so there's a shortcut you gotta get to. Get a wins. Ah, no sad face, huh? You race again? Yeah, I'll race again. Okay, so you gotta pull out all the bells and whistles. Do you get faster if you go down like this? No, it seems like this would just be a jump, right? For snowboarding, maybe? I don't know how you gain speed in snowboarding. Seems like maybe this could be part of it. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh my gosh, what? Double tree hit? Oh my gosh, can I just restart? Can I just restart? What's even the point anymore? Oh yeah, okay, so you gotta jump up here. Oh, okay. Okay, so if I jump off, then I can restart. At least I'm not taking my money. Although they wouldn't really need money, would they? Look at her little dance. This is so wholesome. This is like the most wholesome thing we have done in this game yet. Like as of right now. This is maybe just the most wholesome thing that is even in this game. This game's pretty... It's pretty like dour, you know? A teensy bit of a bummer perhaps even. Oh, crud. Oh, man. Okay, so I gotta go on that left side, it seems like. That's fine. Send me to the abyss. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll cut to when I got a good run going and I hit that shortcut. I hit the freaking top of a tree, but I got on the shortcut this time. Oh, she pushes the rupees out of the way. Oh. Oh, this is a little tight. Oh no! Ow! Crud. Okay, I hit a tree again. She freaking knocked me off. There's not enough room up there for the both of us. Maybe I should just take the low road. Oh. Oh, why? Can't turn. The steering is whack. My shoes are whack. My style is whack. Two-tone chicken bone. Okay. Why are we here? Just to suffer. Why is Yeto so good at snowboarding? She's a perfectly aerodynamic shape in order for this to do this sport. Ugh. You just cannot turn. You either turn way too much or not enough. Okay. Okay, made past the shortcut. No. Okay. No. No. Why? How am I supposed to hit this turn after jumping down here from there? Oh. Okay. Please. I don't know why every time you do that, like Link wants to turn so hard to the right. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh. It's such a tight window. Jeez. Link, you too good. I overconfident maybe. No, he whooped my butt. That was like I had to do this like 8 times. You slimmer than husband, huh? Maybe that your secret. You aerodynamic. You take this as a token of respect for sled skills. Aw, well, thanks. This'll help me out a lot. And no tell husband. You come back and race anytime. Want a rematch? You go back to mountaintop, huh? What, am I supposed to tell your husband that you gave me a little heart piece? A piece of heart? A piece of your heart? Yetta, you keep giving me gifts like this. Your husband's going to murder me. Please. Please, Yetta. Okay, and with that, we have teleported back to the woods. So we can go meet up with Russell. Hey, does Russell hate us if we're like a wolf and an imp? Oh. He's a little unnerved. He just kind of waves us off. At least he doesn't try to like attack us with a sword this time. Hello, bird. It's been a while since we took a walk in the forest, huh? Yes, and how our world has changed. Say, do you know about the far side of this deep gorge? Some say there's an ancient temple deep in the woods that guards the sacred power. The ancestors of the Hellions created the temple. Signs of their civilization, ancient but very sophisticated, are everywhere. Oh, ancestors of the Hellions. So not Hellions themselves, maybe? If someone could obtain the power of those ancient people, well, I'm sure it would go a long way towards saving Hyrule. Link, would you take on this task? Would you cross the gorge and find the ancient power sleeping in the temple? Yeah, I've already done it before. I knew you would. To cross the gorge, just use my partner here. Gold freaking cuckoo. Do you doubt my partner's skills? He flies like a dream, believe me. Well, you will definitely make it across the gorge. Wait and see, my doubting friend. Hold on. Restore the peace. Reclaim the power of the ancient civilization that has slept in the temple for ages beyond count. My partner would definitely get the job done. No doubt in my mind. Give it a shot. Of course, Russell just has a gold chicken. Whoa. It's a bit tight, Russell. It's a bit tight of a go, but you weren't wrong. You can do it. Can I talk? I gotta talk to this guy. Twinkle, twinkle, little cuckoo. I am gold and not for you. Why is that your dialogue? Why is that what the cuckoo says? Crazy. Is the wing a pickup? No, maybe I need to do it. It's been a while since I've had to use the boomerang for anything. Yeah, I will say, this game kind of, this game kind of really, other than bombs and arrows, you kind of, like, don't need to use items in between places. We've used the hook shot a little bit. But like, I doubt we're barely gonna need the ball engine again. We haven't been using the boomerang at all since the Forest Temple almost. It's not even good for like combat, you know? I don't think the cuckoo comes with us. Yeah. Yeah, now we're back in the Lost Woods, except this time, we're Link. Skull Kid, for Pete's sake. I had a thought that, I wonder if this is a Hyrule after some sort of like cataclysmic event, you know? And that's why the land is in the state it's in, and that's why everything seems to be repositioned in the way it is. That's why the Deku trees are all dead and gone. Oh. Ooh, just attacking it with a sword now. It's kind of brutal, but it's what we got. I like the giant mushrooms. Makes it feel like a lot more like a fantasy forest. Oh. There's a Poe to get. They must have just spawned another one. I feel like I totally would have gotten this one, unless I couldn't get up here. That's just a wolf. That might be what it was. But yeah, so there's a Poe soul. Which should give us 50? 50, yeah. Whoa, hey, everybody chill out. Link, climb, run. Freaking jump strike looks so cool. This is probably just money though, right? Like presumably this is just money? We'll see. It's probably just cash. It's bombs. 30 bombs. Holy crud. That's kind of nuts. Oh. Oof. You know, I'll give Skull Kid credit. He's pretty beefy. He's got some tenacity for not getting just murdered by an arrow like everybody else. I like how instead of going by music, you gotta go by the shine of the lantern. Just like how it's really nice, like reimagined, how they reimagined this, the Lost Woods for this. Feels very ethereal. Oh. Oh. It's going high on me now. But yeah, I think this, like, it kind of feels like it's a world that took place after some huge disaster of some sort that, like, seemed to, like, break the land, further divided everybody in it. Could have been Ganondorf. Could have been Ganondorf's rise, maybe his second attempt at attacking the Sacred Realm. Just the stomping makes me feel like Skull Kid is just... he's ascended to something else now, right? He's freaking no match for the freaking bow now, though. As a wolf, we had to keep chasing him around, but with a bow, I could just... I don't even gotta move. So many guys now, though. Sorry, bud. That was fun. I'll tell you what, I'll let you into a secret place. Wow, I like how just with a simple, like, lighting change, how drastically different the whole vibe of this place is. Oh, I love that you can, like, look through and see other places. Yeah, there's so many examples, more so than any of the other games so far, except maybe Wind Waker, but, like, it's weird, because in Wind Waker, it was like, hey, we're going to a bunch of temples and stuff underneath the ocean, and, like, that's where, like, ancient Hyrule is, right? That's where, like, Hyrule that has been submerged in water lies. So it makes sense why we're, like, all the places we're going to feel so dilapidated and ancient, even though it is Hyrule, right? In this one, though, it feels like we're navigating through a Hyrule that was built on top of an older, more ancient Hyrule. It's like this version of Hyrule after centuries was built on top of the sort of the bones of Ocarina of Time's Hyrule, right? It feels like an old world. Well, I mean, considering this is the Temple of Time, right? Well, this is the Sacred Grove where the Temple of Time was. That held the Master Sword, but now it's all dilapidated and old. The Sacred Ancient Forest. So this is what they were talking about. Yeah, I do like how this place gets recontextualized. We came here for our own reasons before, but now everything's been recontextualized. Now there is another. Well, that's the bug we've already gotten. But there is we can get the female snail now. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, but I like how you come back here and you realize that there's a lot more to this place than even just housing the Master Sword. However, the Master Sword just being in a grove in the middle of the woods, forgotten by time. I do love that. This is something they do in the I know in Link to the Past. That's where the Master Sword lies, right? Don't know why you would think to do this, but it's what you gotta do. Ah, way to get back. Makes sense. And there's keys out of nowhere too. That's actually strange. Oh, there was a lot more than I thought there were. Every time I looked around, I kept seeing a new one. Nice. Now we got an easy way back. So this is going to be the way into the next dungeon. But first, this isn't actually the entrance itself. The actual dungeon we'll be doing in the next episode, but there's going to be some things we can pick up just before it that can go net us some other things right outside by leaving right after. So, but this is an amazing idea. And we get the actual, as we knew it, Temple of Time, complete with the music that we have not heard in a long time. We haven't heard this since Ocarina of Time. I don't think this was used in anything else. This is such a great idea. And also, get the female snail. Now I'm actually curious about something. And that means we have all the bugs now. I actually found it might actually be it actually might be a male. Maybe it's because there's like no distinction between female and male slugs. That might be it. Another one of these statues, which we still don't know what that's all about. I love the classic pots. major just holy vibes in this place now. I love, ooh, the reflections on the ground of the stained glass windows. You know, it's another thing that I forgot. We've been traveling with Midna and Uku Jr. But we've also been traveling with our fairy boomerang that has like the spirit, a wind spirit inside of it. And that just never gets brought up ever again. Which is very strange to me. No, this is a familiar sight. This game is such a fanboy over freaking Ocarina of Time. For whatever reason, Uku, I like how I actually love that. I love that because we've found Uku in all these different places, all these different dungeons and ruins, and everywhere we've gone. And the question is always, hey, why? Why is she there? Obviously, gameplay-wise, we can understand why she's there. But why is she there though? What is she doing there? What is she doing in half of these places? But I like how this is one location. This is one dungeon where they couldn't have her be in there because it wouldn't make any sense. There would be no way for her, because we've just traveled back in time, right? To the original Temple of Time. We've just traveled back in time, and there would have been no way for her to be here before us. So they actually have to show her rush in. Which is the funniest thing. It's so funny. Okay, but we won't be going in just yet. There are a couple more things for us to do. One of them, before the end of this video. Next video, we will be going in to here. And we will get to see the real Temple of Time, something that we did not see in Ocarina of Time. We have a stamp and a postal to get right outside of here. So we're going to be doing that. And then we're going to be heading off and finishing Agatha's little collection quest, which will be good and dandy and fun. I do like, though, seeing the Master Sword room and putting the sword back in. It unlocked something. It unlocked a deeper entrance, a further path, a deeper within the Temple of Time that we didn't see in Ocarina of Time. Because I mean, essentially, that everything else about that temple, from what we could see of it, was the Temple of Time as we knew it, right? But then it opened up the stained glass window and revealed something deeper within, right? What I love about that is that it is the stained glass window that opens up is the same stained glass window from that Navi flew into at the end of Ocarina of Time when she left Link. And I don't think that means anything, you know? I just love the symmetry of that. It's that now we are receiving a staircase leading up through that same glass window, and it's revealed that is leading to some other location. I think that's crazy. I think that it just feels, I don't know, it feels like there's something there. I couldn't tell you what. You know, it's all conjecture, which, like most of the theory crafting in this game is, right? I speak confidently as if I know exactly what things are going on. But in reality, I mean, these games, the storytelling is so loose they're so loose with their storytelling. They leave so many things open-ended. They only allude to things. They only imply things a lot of the time. So as far as like what is actually going on, who's to say, you know? In reality. We got a little path over here. What are we doing? Oh. There we go. We have the letter X. Exciting times. Okay, it's almost nighttime. I need it to be completely nighttime because there's a postal actually sitting over by the Master Sword, which I think is really interesting. So I'm going to wait for it to become nighttime, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, here we go. Oh. Not bad. It was already actually almost nighttime, so that worked out. Okay. And with that, what else was there? We got the stamp. We got the bug. Yeah, we got the bug. We got the stamp. We got the location. We got the postal. Got 21 of those. 32 stamps, 51 postals. Okay, sweet. Now, last thing we're gonna do before ending the episode is we're gonna go turn in the rest of these bugs, and we're gonna get ourselves our final reward from Agatha. Now we're gonna be wasting we're gonna be wasting a bit of money here, but we're not gonna need this money. We're just really not gonna need the money, you know? So that's all good. That's all fine. That's all dandy. I got distracted and had to pause the game for a second because I guess a bunch of allegations about Andrew Callahan, the All Gas No Brakes / Channel 5 guy who just came out with that new documentary, just came out, and yeah, it's all pretty awful. This is kind of why I'm very much in the boat of don't house respect for people you don't know. You know, you can respect what they do. You can respect what they're about, what they say they're about, maybe. You know, but don't look up to people you don't know. Don't hold. Don't place people who you don't know on such a high pedestal. Because as sad as it is, ultimately this is kind of where things lie a lot of the time. Dang, this place looks extremely filled out now. That's very nice. So, you know. I think I'll probably still watch the doc, but obviously won't support the channel anymore for sure. I'd probably still watch the doc just because I think it's a documentary, right? I feel like there's gonna be interesting stuff and good interesting information to take away from that, and that's less focused on just him specifically. But I think it's especially, well, I mean, obviously the worst part of it is all the people who are affected by him, right? Like, that's bad. It feels so silly to say that's just bad. I mean, like, it is bad, but it's more than bad. It's awful, you know? Like, but I think a pair of happy little bugs. She's a happy little here. Yeah, we're gonna be wasting at least like 300 rubies right here. Don't worry, Agatha, I got the rest of you bugs. I think on top of just the how awful it is for everybody and everybody affected by his actions, it's also just it's awful because he was a person who was placed on this pedestal. He was a he was becoming like an he was the example of good. Want to take you a colorful tale and make the loveliest bite ever. Feels weird to talk about this right here at the tail end of this video. It's just what just happened, you know. It's just what's on my mind. It would feel weirder to just go on and be like, I'm just turning in bugs with Agatha, not say anything at all, right? It's just on my mind. I feel like I need to talk about it. It's strange. But I think he was like this great example to look towards of good journalism, compelling journalism, and how to have an unbiased look, and how to have meaningful and unbiased interactions with people from all over the country, all walks of life, all backgrounds, all political beliefs, and how to really get like real honest takes from them, and how to really see them truly for who they are, which is just people. A lot of just often broken people trying to navigate the world, just like all of us, you know. And that him and his crew really were really good at getting real honest looks into people's lives, and it's a real shame that that sort of legacy and that sort of what he's accomplished and the legacy that he's leaving is going to have this stain on it now of like, yeah, but this is the guy who did it, right? Man, especially after everything, like after all the interviews and stuff that he's done about his new documentary, where he's like you know, speaking openly about echo chambers and pointing to different news corporations, things like that, as examples of and pointing out of what they do wrong, and how they lead to like a toxic sort of cycle of people hearing hearing very specifically bad things about each other, and then just learning to hate each other over and over again. You know, you have your own beliefs confirmed while you are told why the other people's beliefs are absolutely terrible and awful and why they're bad people, and then everybody just starts hating each other, right? And how it's like that all across the board, all across the political spectrum. That's how people feeding into that sort of nonsense. And he's been talking openly about that, but now it's like anything that he's ever said, whether it's true or not, the other side, these people who have spoken to him just get to point back at him and be like, well, yeah, but he's a terrible person who assaults people. So what does it matter? It's like, that's what happens, you know. People are just that. They're just people, and when they're given, when they're put in these positions where they represent something, you just have normal people who are sometimes awful and sometimes do awful things, representing ideas that are actually good and it should be listened to, but it's hard to listen to ideas coming from the mouth of somebody who shouldn't have been given the platform to say them to begin with. So it's a shame. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Obviously, the main point should be like that's awful in and of itself, but then ultimately the main terrible thing is how he affected the lives of dozens of it seems like dozens of people, of young women too, all the women that he's affected. It's that's the main takeaway, and that's awful, and it's a real shame that they go through that. So hopefully they all get the sort of support that they deserve after this. But I'm just some dude playing video games, so that's all I need to say about it. Here, Agatha, have a dragonfly. criminy. They fly on a colorful tail and make the loveliest braid ever. Okay, I'm really getting concerned about giving Agatha these bugs, because a lot of the time she talks about how she wants to use their body parts to do things. Oh, this means all the bugs have made it to the ball safely. And everyone has a partner. They all look so happy. You worked very hard. Your efforts will forever be passed down in the insect kingdom, brave knight. Please accept this declaration of honorable citizenship and the memento that goes along with it. So there is a giant wallet. I honestly didn't know. Now it's not 5,000 rupees, it's only 2,000. We will get this filled up. This will probably get, I guarantee we hit over 1,500 rupees in just the next dungeon alone. I guarantee it. If you ever feel like talking to the bugs again, you know where to go. What do you have to say now? Boy, am I happy. She does sound a lot happier now. I'm surrounded by bugs. Here, listen. Can you hear the happy calls of the bugs? Oh. They are twinkling. Were they twinkling before? Or are they just twinkling a lot now? Well, this is pleasant. In a your house is infested with bugs kind of way. And on that note, that's it for this episode. Hey, if you liked this and you want more, go press all the buttons down below. You can subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment, and hit the thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. Don't do any of that stuff. It's up to you. There will be more in the future. You can subscribe to get notified of more things coming in the future. I do all kinds of things in all kinds of places. Links in the description down below. And yeah, next time we will be heading off to another dungeon already. Until then, though, don't forget to be kind. Don't be afraid to change your mind. Be good to each other, everyone.